And let's get to the meat and potatoes. All of the comments saying I do not understand the camera. Fine, let's have a challenge, shall we? Blind camera comparison. This phone versus these phones, one shot for each. Whew, that Xperia 1 Mark V review sure ruffled some feathers. Link should be up here. Tell you what, let's do a camera shootout between this and the biggest names in the market. But first, let me go through some of the comments in the review. Let's have a little chat, me and you guys.
That was a mistake! That was a mistake! That was a mistake!
Okay, first of all, I got called out for this portrait comparison between the Xperia and the iPhone 14 Pro. Mea culpa, I did not word it right. Both of these phones here have bokeh mode enabled and both are dialed to the max. That's why the iPhone shot here looked overtuned, and that's why I called the Xperia bokeh weak, because that was its actual maximum. For another comparison, here's a shot with the Xperia 1.5 taken in normal mode and with its bokeh mode dialed to the maximum. It looks weakish, it doesn't get super creamy. Many of you said you just prefer the picture from the lens of the phone and you don't go for the fake portrait modes. And I mirror that sentiment, which is why I asked the question, do you guys even use portrait mode in 2023? Okay, your ISO is way too high in manual mode. This was regarding this picture we took in the studio. With all the professional lights around us, ISO on the Xperia was 250, shutter time 1/80th. ISO on the iPhone was 200, shutter at 147. What I did not say was that I was using the zoom cameras with both phones. Since I wanted that close framing, I couldn't use the wide-angle cameras. So that's optical zoom versus optical zoom. And it seems Sony's secondary sensor may be a bit too small.
Strawman argument making fun of commenters yelling at
Oh, sorry, I was just looking for the I have voices in my head effect. Okay, I got some flack for criticizing the phone for its price, which is mind-boggling to me. This phone is noticeably more expensive than any other premium phone on the market, not counting foldables. Some said, hey, you can buy it full price and sell the XM5 headset that comes with it. Well, first of all, you don't get this freebie in all markets, and secondly, why should I be forced to buy two premium products if I only want the one? And let's get to the meat and potatoes. All of the comments saying I do not understand the camera and that Sony cameras are God's gift on this green earth. Fine, let's have a challenge. This phone, these phones, one shot for each. Blind camera comparison. You let me know in the comments, which one do you think the Xperia is? And if you just want to participate from the sidelines, just let us know which photo you like better in the comments. Here's our first contestant. It's a raw photo captured with the Xperia and a competitor. I edited this in Lightroom on the iPad. ISO is 50 on both, exposure speed is 1/2000th on both. While you are looking at it, I'd like to still note that I do like the performance of the Sony camera, but are the differences subtle? You tell me. The second sample was taken by me and edited by our PhoneArena photographer with his Lightroom on his PC. One of the phones has ISO 40, exposure 1/50th. The other is ISO 100, exposure 1/100th. I did not change the white balance on any of these photos because the Sony white balance setting is simply insane and has no competition. We did touch it up where needed in post. This third sample, I imported the raw photos in Lightroom and pressed the auto settings button and left the AI do whatever it wants with them. Both phones are near ISO 50, one has exposure at 1/1200 and the other is at 1/1000th. I ran this test multiple times and in all occasions Lightroom gave me vastly different saturation for the two different samples. I'd say that this is where the color science you get in camera does matter. And here is a wild card. The phone used here was not on the table in front of me, but I assure you it's a popular phone that millions of people still have. The photo was taken by me and edited by our video editor on his PC. ISO on both phones is 400, exposure time is 1/60th. Both pictures were taken completely in manual mode, and I am pretty sure you can't even guess what the rival phone here is. If anyone wants to take a closer look, I'm gonna scrub the EXIF data from these pictures and upload them so you can grab them and view them for as long as you like. So drop your comments, let us know which pictures you like. We'll be back next week with the results. It's gonna be a fun experiment. See ya!